Welcome to the third event in these Marble Olympics, Collision. We have teams of 4 marbles that are going to be streaming down ramps head-on at each other, and the total number of marbles that go off for your side get added as points to the other side. So it is to your advantage to stay on, and we have the first collision, and so many went off there. Oh, and even one late at the end. A good slow-mo here. Rocketing in. Now, this is the first time that this event has been done here at the Marble Olympics. These side pieces are meant to be knocked down to allow more marbles to fall out. And there you can see 3 mellow yellows went out, so that goes 3 points to Thunderbolts versus 2 for mellow yellow. Head-on collision here. Just 1 block knocked over. We'll see if any other marbles. Yes, they do. So that will be a pretty even draw after that heat in that one. Just 2 marbles out of the 8 in total. Pretty even stagger here. The one blue one hanging back a little bit. Actually, that ended up saving him. I'm not sure what the strategy is for that, but the Limers and Oceanics are going to be tied at 1 apiece. Mellow yellow now versus the Oceanics. Good hard impacts. Ooh, and it's actually the Oceanics that take out several of them. Oh, and mellow yellow at the end drops a couple as well. Take a look at this. A solid impact. Actually, mellow yellow on itself allowed that marble on the left-hand side of your screen just to hang there, but it's at the end that we had another mellow yellow come across and dive out. All right, Limers and Thunderbolts this time. Ooh, and a couple of Limers took a direct route at the outside, and they will come out on the short end of this. 2 marbles of theirs came out versus just 1. We have a nice soft focus here. Just makes it that much more beautiful, doesn't it? Controlled chaos to a degree. But in this case, there are bragging rights up for grabs, and some medals, I might add, too. Thunderbolts coming out on that one, 2-1. Mellow yellow and Limers. Actually, several marbles just went right beside each other, and mellow yellow is going to come out the victor in this one. And if you watch this, a couple of them, look at the gap up there on the top part of your screen. 2 mellow yellows just screamed right through them. Bad strategy on behalf of the Limers. They come out blanked on that one, 3-0. Oceanics and Thunderbolts now. The battle of the blue marbles. And I believe we're just going to have the one. Well, will any of these trickle out? Oh, yes, they will. Just the angle and the direction that inertia is going to take you. Look at that solid impact. Just blew right through the wall. Thunderbolts lose 2 on that one. So there you see the standings of Group 1. Thunderbolts and mellow yellow in the lead. We now go to Group 2. Pinkies and snowballs. White marbles crashing into each other. And I have no idea how on earth to call that one after that chaos. There are quite a few marbles off the course. Okay, there you go. That's a much better view. So you can see Pinkies keeping everybody on there when Snowballs has already lost 1, but eventually it catches up with them, and they end up tied. Balls of Chaos and Team Momo screaming down here. And Momo loses 1 off to the near side and 1 off to the far side. Oh, and just at the end, another one trickles off. So Chaos is going to come out the victors on this one. Look at that immediately. Momo loses 1 to the top side, now down here to the bottom side as well, and at the very end had another one trickle off and lose 3-0. 3 is the highest score that we've seen so far, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Most of the marbles are completely gone here. We do have a blank. So all 4, I believe, for Pinkies have gone off. So watch there at the top of your screen. There's 3 of them. You see the one tumbling off at the bottom. All they had to do, Momo, was just try to keep them on, and they couldn't. So they do gain 1 point, 4-3, but still, that is the first blank that we've seen. And this may actually be a blank of another sort. We are not going to lose any marbles in this one. So a clean sheet, 0-0. No points being gained, no points being lost. And actually, given the group rankings, that's not what you want. You want some points somewhere. Momo and Snowballs colliding head-on. Momo loses 1, Snowballs loses 1. Will anybody else trickle off? Watching a couple of them down there. Momo's going to lose 2. Oh, look at that subtle shove at the end from that remaining green Team Momo up there. Just pushed one of the Snowballs off on the low side. It looked like all of the marbles were going to be leaning in that direction, but it was that final little shove that ended up making the difference, and that evened things up, 2-2. All right, Pinkies and Balls of Chaos. Good solid hit for all 4 of them. Oh, and it's going to be, look at that, Pinkies losing 3 versus just 1 of the Balls of Chaos. Watch this, there goes the 1 Chaos at the top. Pinkies loses 1, and then going to follow right through that opening as another. and then another after that. So there you go. There are the scores there. Balls of Chaos and Team Momo in the green, so they will be moving on. Orangers and Savage Speeders. A good solid spread on that one. Ooh, and a little nudge. Nope, they're going to lose it. Orangers is going to lose another one on the bottom side. Good solid impacts there, too. I'm not sure what the strategy is for a lot of these teams, trying to figure out where they want to roll, how they want to stagger, if they just want to all hit head-on. I don't know. Look at the one in the middle there. That actually, Jawbreakers stayed on. Oh, nearly the teammates took both of each other out on the bottom side, but it'll be 3 staying on for Jawbreakers. Look at that hard hit. Just skyrocketed off to the side there. Good strategy. Whatever it was. And maybe there isn't any. Maybe they just decided, let's just go completely as hard as we can down these ramps. Here's Rojo Rollers. The winners of the first event did fairly well in the second. But not this time. They are actually going to get completely blanked. All 4 of them. Watch this. 3 of them are on this low side. Now the 4th one decides to come over here. When you've got blocks that are already starting to fall, that is not good to have all of your marbles on the same side, and they pay the price. They managed to get 2 of the Orangers off, so they only lose 2 points overall, but still, having a blank on that one is not good. And will we see that again? This time we're watching that final rolling marble. I believe you'll have a net gain of 1 at the end of this. Yes, as he comes settling onto the far side. So that is, they had a 2x2 as they came down those ramps. Immediately losing 1 of each marble off to the side, but then Jawbreakers, a couple more trickle over. Jawbreakers and Orangers now. A little bump, a couple of Orangers went all the way through, and look at him channeling over to that opening. Ooh, and Orangers is going to keep that one over there. All right, so that will be a clean, an even round, if you will. 1 Jawbreaker immediately spearing off, and an Orange following right behind him. And then a little bit farther on in the roll, we got a Jawbreaker again followed by another Orange. I thought that one in the middle of the screen might end up trickling over, but not the case. Managed to hold his ground, just nestled up against those barriers. Savage Speeders and the Rojo Rollers. 2 blocks knocked out on the near side, and that's going to create a huge gap. Oh, and a couple of others roll off the side. And everybody finally comes to a stop. Look at this. Immediately veering off to the right and taking out 2 blocks with 1 marble. And there you see the results of Group 3. Jawbreakers and Orangers, 2-1. All right, Group 4, Match 1, Team Galactic and Primary. First time we've seen these marbles so far. They actually bounced off the sides and missed most of each other before just glancing, and it's those glances that really send you off course. And as a result, only 3 marbles left standing on this cleared course. 1 of each off to the side, 2 of each off to the side, and then this last Galactic, oh, just ended up making the difference. It was going to be an even draw. Not so on this one. Oh, look through that gap there. 3 managed to stay on, so that's going to be a 3-1 result. And look at the 2 off to the far side, just missing everybody completely. That actually doomed one of them, rolling off to the side. Eventually trickling down this way, but Cobalt's coming away with a good victory on that one. Now Cobalt's in Primary this time. Cobalt loses 1. Primary managed to keep everybody on so far. Will it stay that way? They're flirting with that opening, and it will. Primary manages to keep all 4 marbles on the course, and that is the easiest way to gain points on all of your opponents. But unfortunately, 3 of the Cobalts remained, so just 1 is the pickup. Chocolatiers and Galactic now. Good spread by Chocolatiers, managed to make it all the way through to the other side. Will they stay that way? Again, there's that opening, and most of them are working their way down there. No, Chocolatiers are going to keep all 4 on course right now. Look, this couple of them just went straight on through. Team Galactic losing 1 to each side. That's 2-0. Chocolatiers in Primary now. Down they go. And look at this. We're actually going to have only 1 finisher remaining, but will he trickle off to the side? He will. That is 4-4, so no ground gain, basically. And that was as solid a collision as about you could have. And eventually rolling its way off to the side here. You're going to see the other marble if we stick on long enough out to the left. Nope. But either way, 4-4. Galactic and Cobalts. Immediately Galactic pushes all 3 of the Cobalts off to the side. The remaining one was pushed off as well, but manages to keep that block upright. It's at the upper left part of your screen. I think he might have gotten a little help, yeah, from Team Galactic. That scrubbed off a little bit of energy. and managed to keep that block upright. As it is, though. Ooh, look at that. Barely hanging on there. So Galactic and Primary, you saw there was a tie down there. So Chocolatiers, the tie-break match against Primary. Good, solid, straightforward impact, just losing one to each side. But will anybody trickle out through that opening? Chocolatiers flirting with it? No. So we're tied again. All right, 3-3. Down they go. Ooh, and they miss a couple of them. They leave the open blocks open. Ooh, nearly lost. Well, that Chocolatier's going, yeah, for sure. All right, there you go. That last marble proved to be the difference. Chocolatiers immediately losing one. Look up there at the top. Down that one goes. In the second tiebreaker. It's just at the end here. By leaving those knocked over blocks already off, we thought we were going to have a tie again because I figured both of these marbles would go. But look at on the right there. Just backtracks enough. Chocolatiers dipping one off to the side. So there you can see the bracket as we move from the pool round into the quarterfinals. Thunderbolts, Orangers, Balls of Chaos, and Team Primary up in that upper bracket. And that is where we will start. Thunderbolts and Orangers. Thunderbolts immediately getting splayed off to the sides, but Orangers follow right along, and that will be 2-2. So we do it again. Oh, and it is going to be Orangers dropping off all of them in the end. That first one actually fared pretty well for them. But it was toward the end when they started to roll off to the sides. That's when it made a difference. So they did the rematch, as the rules dictate. Once you get to the quarterfinals, you leave the blocks off and then re-roll the remaining marbles. Just glancing off. They weren't head-on by any means, but the energy of the Orangers just took them off and dropped over there, and that was the main marble right there. Orangers, boom, losing out 4-3 on Thunderbolts. Balls of Chaos now in Team Primary. Similar colors. And they knock them off to either side. But I think it's going to be, well, let's see here. Ooh, I thought they might have gotten a clean sweep of all four, but one manages to stay on. Two immediately on each side, diving off, then one on the near side. Jawbreakers and Mellow Yellow. Solid Collisions send three of the Mellow Yellows directly back, but only one marble goes out. It's that top marble that you see just on the center part of your screen. Look at the three Jawbreakers coming down to this side. So only one marble goes off. Galactic and Momo now. Left versus right, respectively. Oh, and that gap at the bottom proves to be the undoing for Team Galactic. Three marbles remain. There you can see the impacts actually stopping the one in the center, pretty much stationary. And that little glance off the wall in the upper right manages to scrub off just enough energy that it stops him from knocking down that block, keeping him on the course, and stopping Galactics from picking up any more points from what would have been a draw otherwise. All right, now the bronze final and the final. Jawbreakers and Momo is going to be fighting to figure out who goes to the bronze. Thunderbolts and Team Primary in the semi-finals. Loser still has a chance at a medal. Winner goes to the finals. And that looks like it's going to be a 3-2 victory, immediately losing a couple up on top. Yeah, take a look at this. Ooh, that one actually got airborne. Barely even touched the course before knocking over that block. Now down here on the near side, that pair decided to go over together. Actually created a little bit of chaos, but it's going to be Thunderbolts moving on to the team final. Jawbreakers and Momo. Jawbreakers spear through them. It looks like, depending on if they can stay clean, they're going to lose another one. Oh, goodness. Still, they will pick up a point, I believe. Two of their own marbles remaining. Jawbreakers. Only a couple of them managing to go straight. But look at this, immediately losing through the same gap on this near side. Team Momo drops two of them just at the bottom of your screen, so it's Jawbreakers moving on to the final. Team Primary and Team Momo going to be fighting for the bronze in the consolation match. Momo's been up there a couple of times in these Marble Olympics. Primary and Momo hitting each other. Oh, and nearly cleaning the board on the initial impact. Are we going to see another one drop off? Ooh, no, we will not. Primary and Momo. There you go. That is the bronze. Primary, that last one flirting with the edge on up the final match. Jawbreakers and Thunderbolts clears everybody off but one. Thunderbolts are going to win the gold. Look at the chaos created here. Three of the Thunderbolts coming off to the near side right off the bat. And there drops another one. All four. What a way to win the gold. Knocking off all four of your opponents. Congratulations to Thunderbolts. Jawbreakers coming in silver, and Team Primary picking up the 5 points and the bronze medal. Team Momo as well. Now, we want to mention that little thing at the bottom there. After some structural issues with the last race, some extra points and an extra bronze medal have been given to Team Snowballs because of the difficulties that they had in that final race in the relay. So those points have been adjusted, and there you saw the final standings. Congrats to everybody who made the podium.